Hi everyone. In this lecture, we'll discuss about PLL FM demodulator, that is phase locked loop demodulator, which is widely used FM demodulator circuits ranging from FM broadcasters to very complex communication receivers. Actually, a PLL FM demodulator has three main blocks. The first one is a phase detector, and which is followed by an active low pass filter, and the third one is VCO, that is voltage controlled oscillator. And this is the basic block diagram of the PLL FM demodulator. Here we have a phase detector, which is basically a balanced modulator, and this balanced modulator produces an output which is proportional to the phase difference between the incoming input signal. Here we have an FM input signal and a feedback signal, and the balanced modulator produces an output proportional to the phase difference between these signals, and it produces the signal with the frequencies having some frequency signals and the difference frequency signal. It is basically a balanced, phase detector is a balanced modulator. It produces two types of signal which has some frequency. That means the frequencies will be added, and there is another output, that is the difference of these frequencies will be the output of that phase detector. So we will get a summation and a difference. And here we have an active low pass filter. The active low pass filter will pass only the difference signal. The frequency subtracted signal will be passed through the low pass filter. Other signals will be rejected using this active low pass filter. And the next section we have an amplifier which will amplify the incoming signal, and that the signal will be given to the VCO, that means voltage controlled oscillator, and this signal will be act as the control voltage for VCO. And even if you are not giving any input to the VCO, it will produce a signal with a certain frequency. And whenever you are giving an input signal to the VCO, so there is a frequency shift occurs. So that is the basic principle of VCO, and the incoming signal that is given as an control input to the voltage controlled oscillator, and that will control the frequency deviation, that means the output of VCO. And the difference between this signal is known as error signal. That means the difference between the input signal and VCO signal is basically known as error signal, and this error signal is used to control the incoming signal. Now, generally PLL operates in three modes. Actually, PLL operates in three modes. These are, the first one is free running mode, and second one is capture mode, and the last one is lock mode. Okay, here whenever we are not giving any input to the phase detector, the PLL operates in free running mode. That means it will produce a voltage having a certain fixed frequency, certain particular frequency. If you are not giving any input here, it will generate a signal with a particular frequency. That is called free running mode. And whenever you are giving an input here, the VCO is trying to capture that input. That means it is trying to equalize its output frequency with that input frequency. Here FVCO is trying to be equal with FM input. So that mode is known as capture mode. അതായത് VCO നമ്മളൊന്നും കൊടുക്കാതിരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത്, ഒരു ഇൻപുട്ടും ഇവിടെ കൊടുക്കാതിരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് അത് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ആയിരിക്കും അതിൽ റൺ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടാവും. ഓക്കെ, അതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഫ്രീ റണ്ണിങ് മോഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പം ഇഫ് യു ആർ ഗിവിങ് ആൻ ഇൻപുട്ട്, നമ്മളൊരു ഇൻപുട്ട് കൊടുക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് എന്താ സംഭവിക്കുക, ഇവിടെ കിട്ടുന്ന ഇതിന് ഇൻപുട്ടിലേക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്ന VC എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഈ വോൾട്ടേജിൽ വേരിയേഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവും. ഓക്കെ, ഇത് വോൾട്ടേജ് കൺട്രോൾഡ് ഓസിലേഷൻ. ഈ VC എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ വോൾട്ടേജാണ് ഈ VCOനെ കൺട്രോൾ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ ദർ ഇസ് എ ചേഞ്ച് ഇൻ ദിസ് വോൾട്ടേജ്. So what happens here? ഈ വി സി ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്തതുകൊണ്ട് അതിൻ്റെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഫ്രീക്വൻസിയിലും എന്തുണ്ടായി, വേരിയേഷൻ ഉണ്ടായി. ഈ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്ത് നമ്മളിവിടെ കൊടുക്കുന്ന, അതായത് ഈ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഫ്രീക്വൻസിയാണ് ഇതിൻ്റെ, ഈ വി സി ഒൻ്റെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഫ്രീക്വൻസിയാണ് നമ്മളിവിടെ ഫേസ് ഡിറ്റക്ടറിൽ കിട്ടുന്ന ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഫ്രീക്വൻസി. ആ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഫ്രീക്വൻസി എന്താവും, നമ്മൾ കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഇൻപുട്ട് ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ആയിട്ട് ഈക്വൽ ആവാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ട്രൈ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. സോ അതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്ന പേര് ക്യാപ്ചർ മോഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So whenever this FM input frequency and this VCO frequency will become equal, that mode is known as lock mode. അപ്പോൾ എപ്പോഴാണോ നമ്മൾ ഈ വി സി ഒൻ്റെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഫ്രീക്വൻസിയും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ കൊടുക്കുന്ന FM ഇൻപുട്ട് ഫ്രീക്വൻസിയും ഈക്വൽ ആകുന്നത്, ആ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി, ആ കണ്ടീഷനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത് ലോക്ക് മോഡ് എന്ന് പറയും. ഓക്കെ, നൗ let's see how this PLL can be utilized as a FM demodulator. One of the major applications of PLL is FM demodulator. Here you see in the block diagram, here we are giving an FM input and we are getting a demodulated output here. From the amplifier output we are getting that demodulated output, and let's see how it works. Before going into the block diagram, we should learn that here we are having two input to the phase detector. The first one is the FM input, and there is a feedback signal, that is FVCO, that is the output of the VCO signal. Okay, so FIT, that can be represented as the FM signal, so that can be explained as FIT is equal to FC plus K into EM of T. Okay, here FC is the frequency of carrier signal, right? Carrier signal. K is the frequency sensitivity, and EM of T is our message signal. So that you have learned in the previous lessons. Okay, Fi of T is equal to Fc plus K into EM of T. Fc is the frequency of carrier signal, K is frequency sensitivity, and EM of T is the message signal. So we have to get back our EM of T, and that is the message signal. Okay, and here FVCO of T, that is the output of VCO. Okay, VCO of T can be represented as F0 plus K VCO into VCO of T. Okay, this F0 is the free running frequency of VCO, free running frequency of VCO. That is, when the PLL operates in free running mode, that means we are not giving any input here, it will operate in the free running mode. That time there is a frequency. Okay, it is there is a fixed frequency that is known as free running frequency of VCO, and K is the frequency deviation constant. K is the frequency deviation constant, and VCO of T, so you know that what is VCO of T, that is control voltage that is given to the VCO. Okay, input of the VCO. So this, according to that control voltage, we will get F0 plus KVCO into VCO of T, or F0 minus KVCO into VCO of T. Okay, so this voltage, this control voltage will change the free running frequency of voltage controlled oscillator to +1 or -1. Okay, so there is we will get either type of frequency. That means we will get a frequency which is less than F0, and we will get a frequency that will be greater than F0. So that depends upon the voltage given to the input of VCO. Okay, so here let's check these conditions. The first one is when VCO frequency, that is FVCO, tracks the incoming frequency. So we have written those expressions in the previous section. So you see that whenever FVCO, that is equal to Fi, we can write this expression, and we will get the control voltage VCO of T, that is Fc minus F0 plus K into EM of T by KVCO. Okay, and we can make the frequency VCO frequency to the free running frequency of VCO to Fc. That means whenever we make the F0 which is equal to Fc, we will get the control voltage like this. That means Fc minus Fc here, and that will be cancelled. We will get K into Em of t by K into Vco. Here we can see that this K by K Vco, so that is a constant value. So the control voltage will be like K by K Vco, this constant value multiplied with the message signal. So that will be the voltage when we make that free running frequency, which is equal to the carrier frequency. And here we are giving that Vc, that voltage, as the control voltage of Vco, and this can be taken as the demodulator output. Okay, from this block diagram it is clear that here we are getting this demodulator output, and that voltage can be given as the control voltage to the Vco. Okay, so from these expressions we can conclude that the output or controlled voltage Vc of t, that is proportional to the modulating signal. So that Vc of t is the demodulator output. So when we make that free running frequency equals to the carrier frequency, that Vc of t, that can be that will be proportional to our modulating signal, that is message signal. So in that way we can make PLL as a FM demodulator circuit. So this is the basic principle of making the PLL as an FM demodulator circuit. And now let's discuss about the advantages of PLL FM demodulator. The first one is linearity. Actually the linearity of PLL FM demodulator is much higher than other FM demodulators. Okay, so we can easily find that linearity, which provide a high degree of linearity in a wide bandwidth. That means for a wide frequency variations it provide a high degree of linearity. Okay, and the second one is it is insensitive to amplitude noise, that is which is completely focusing on frequency variations, not in amplitude, which is highly we don't need to put amplitude limiters to avoid noise here. So which is highly insensitive to amplitude noise. And third one is ease of incorporation with the ICs. Okay, we can have a PLL, that is LM561 in IC form, so which can be easily incorporated with the other ICs, and we can implement this in which is highly applicable in different demodulation techniques and communication techniques. Okay, and the last one is the manufacturing costs are very less, so we don't need any bulky transformers and inductors like components here. So the manufacturing costs are less, and it is which is a compact circuit also. And these are the advantages of PLL FM demodulator. And in this section we discussed about the block diagram and the basic working principle of phase locked loop, and how it can be utilized for FM demodulation. And we also discussed advantages of PLL FM demodulator. And thank you.